Hey guys, today we're going to do a short lesson video on how to write an equation in vertex form if you are given a vertex and a point. So the first thing we want to do is make sure we're looking up here at the top and remembering what our vertex form looks like. And if we look, I have some of the variables highlighted in different colors. We should always remember that in our formula, the y and the x are always an ordered pair that is on the parabola. Your h and your k represent your vertex of your parabola, and a is that value out in front that tells you a little bit more about if it's reflected, stretched, or shrunk. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use that vertex form, and I'm going to give you a ordered pair for a vertex, and we are going to have an ordered pair for a point that's on the parabola. So the first thing we want to do is label what we know. Well, we know that the vertex, if I tell you, is the ordered pair 2, -3, then I know that my h value is 2 and my k value is -3. I also know my x and y values from the ordered pair are going to be 6 and 4. Then if we have our vertex form, all we are really doing is substituting in and evaluating. So I know, and I have everything kind of highlighted here for you, I know my y value is 4, so I'm going to take out y and put 4 in its place. I know my x value is 6, so that's coming from right here. My x value is 6, my y value is 4. I know my h value is 2, so I'm going to substitute 2, and I know that my k value is -3. Then all I'm really doing is using my order of operations and solving. So I'm going to have 4 equals a times 6 minus 2 is 4 squared plus -3. 4 squared is 16. I'm going to go ahead and put that 16 in front of my a because we always put our coefficient in front, plus -3. I'm going to add 3 to both sides, and I am going to get 7, that my a value, we're going to have 7 equals 16a. If I divide both sides by 16, I get that my a value is 7/16. So that's part of it. That's really the only piece of the information that we didn't know. And then the only other thing we need to do is take that vertex form and plug our numbers in where they're supposed to go. So I know when I'm writing vertex form, it's always y equals a, well, I just said that a is 7/16. In my parentheses is x minus h, so I'm going to have x minus 2 squared plus k, and my k was -3, so I could either say -3 or I could say plus -3. And keeping in mind when we write these in vertex form, there's going to be a y and an x in our final answer. The numbers that we need to find are our a, our h, and our k. So let's look at this one more time. The most important thing I would suggest is to make sure that you label the parts that you know. My vertex is at 3, -8. So I'm going to label that h and label k. So we have h and k. And then I also have an ordered pair, -3, which is going to be my x value, and -10, which is going to be my y value. So we're just going to plug those values in. So let's remember what vertex form is. It's y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. So let's just take those values and substitute them. I know that y is -10. The only thing I don't know right now is a, so that's going to stay there. X is -3 minus h is also 3 squared, don't forget that squared, plus k, and k is -8. So we're just going to do some simplifying. -10 equals a times -3, and -3 is -6 squared plus -8, or -8 there we could have. -10 equals, if I square -6 squared is 36, so I'm going to go ahead and put that 36 in front of my variable, plus -8. If I add 8 to both sides, I get -2 equals 36a. So my a value is -2 over 36. However, I don't want to write it like that. It needs to be simplified, and it would simplify to -1/18. So my a value is -1/18. Make sure if you have a fraction like that, you simplify it if you can. And then we just write our final answer. Y equals, I know what my a value is. I have -1/18. X minus h, remember h was 3, so x minus 3 squared plus k, and k was -8. So we could also have written -8 instead of plus -8. There is a class kick with a couple problems that you need to do on your own, so good luck.